Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to be going over the useRef hook in React. I plan for this to be a little shorter than usual because this is definitely a hook with very specific use cases, and typically the way that I would use it is for accessing HTML elements and data within them. So an example that I have here first is a functional component called hello, which takes in a name parameter. As we can see, we're passing in a string with the name of Alex, and then uses that state. And then we can see we have two useRefs. One of them is for the amount of renders, and one of them is for the person. And we're going to, I made it person1 just to differentiate it from this so that it doesn't give me an error on that. And we're basically going to see the difference between useRef and state, and then we can see how we can use it to dynamically give data to the user. So as we can see, we have a useEffect hook right here that takes renders.current, because if you want to get the actual value of a reference, you have to do .current, and then you can just, unlike state, we can just change it directly. We don't have to have a set method for it. So if we want to take a look at that in our browser, we can see it gives the person's name, so the amount of times that we rendered, and we can see here we're taking hello person from the state, and we're going to say the amount of times they render. But here, I put this here as an example to show you guys how if we change the state, it doesn't change the ref. So here, let's see how that looks. So if we change the name, let's say to Tom, it says, Tom, you rendered one time, and then person1 is still Alex. So it's good to know, I feel like, that how it differentiates from state in that way, where it'll keep this value in a return method, but it can change outside of the return method. So we have another example here where we have a box with a useRef of 0. And the way I did forget to mention of putting a ref on an actual HTML element. The way that we do that is by using the ref property, and then we set it equal to the ref that we define up here. So we can see here ref is defined with a 0, not an HTML element, but then in the return method we set it equal to this variable so that we can access our HTML element outside of the actual return method. And the way that we can do that, or well, an example of something that we can do with that would be if we have a button here with a constant of onClick to change the color of the box, we can do box.current.style, and then it just works as though it's an HTML element in vanilla JavaScript where you can edit things like style. So our example here, we change the background of this reference to blue from red. So let's see how that works. And we can see the element is changing, and basically we are able to do that outside of the method by using a useRef for it. So if we want to take a look at the example from the actual React documentation, we have a text input with focus button using the useRef, and we have the button on click function here. We have the reference to the input element here, and then when we click the button, it focuses on the input. So let's see what that looks like. And there we go. So basically, there's a couple of the things that you can do with the useRef hook. And if you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.